What's up, everybody? I don't have my mic, and now I do. I'm Ant, and I'm joined by my friend and co-host, and I don't know where my title is going. Here we go. Here's my title. Introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Christian, co-host of the Untitled Pro Wrestling Podcast, here to talk about Monday Night Raw. Let's fucking kill it. I'm ready.
Monday Night Raw. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, uh, it was live on December 19th, 2022, and how do you pronounce this? Des Moines? Yeah, Des
Des
Moines,
Moines,
Iowa.
Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa. The home of Seth Rollins, right?
He's from Dalport, but it's
Oh,
close.
well, there we go. I can just go fuck
Right
myself.
down the street.
Right. Great. Thank you, sir. So, pretty much we see Roman Reigns backstage, and he says that Kevin Owens has gotten involved in his business, and he doesn't like it. And he just basically says that the bloodline's going to take out everybody tonight. And we see that happen in the beginning when the Usos attack Mustafa Ali and other wrestlers outside of the arena. So, what are your thoughts on this hostile takeover starting?
I mean, poor Ali. You know what I mean? I feel like he's been getting beat up. Um, you know, when I went to Monday Night Raw, Bobby Lashley beat the shit out of him in the locker room to get the U.S. title shot the night Theory cashed in. So, and they would tease Mustafa Ali about, being in the U.S. title picture. He never really has. But it's just more bloodline coming throughout the show. Just a opening way to show how dominant the bloodline is just by beating up Mustafa Ali. But Mustafa Ali is a good talent. I don't think he should keep, having to go through this.
Mustafa Ali gets fucked up, man, all the time. Poor Ali. He usually gets like thrown into the fucking ring post too. That happens to him quite often with Bobby Lashley. All right, so our first match of the night is the Street Profits and Akira Tozawa taking on the Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley at ringside. And there was a lot of back and forth action to start. Ford nails a frog splash to Damian Priest after Priest nails a South of Heaven to Angelo Dawkins. That was cool the way he sort of like jumped on him as Priest was landing. Balor nails a sling blade and shotgun dropkick into the corner, but the end comes after Angelo Dawkins tosses a drink and it accidentally gets in Dominic's eyes after he tries to toss it at Rhea Ripley. And Ford rolls up Balor and gets a 3 count win. So profits into Tozawa. Oh, I'm sorry. I said Angelo Dawkins. It was Akira Tozawa that fucking threw the drink in Dominic's face. So after the match, Rhea punches Tozawa and challenges him to a singles match. So let's talk about this first. What do you think of this 6-man tag match and then Rhea beating up Akira and then challenging him to a match?
Well, first off, we're seeing a lot of Akira Tozawa. A lot. Randomly, unexpectedly. When I went to Monday Night Raw, he was doing main event. That's kind of a way, the jobbers do like their shows. So I'm really, really surprised he's being booked. And not just that, he's being booked teaming up with the Street Profits, arguably one of the most over with the crowd tag teams in WWE. So I think it's interesting to see Tozawa get a lot of TV time because we know he was in the 24 title picture for a while, but that was just shitty. But I thought the match was okay. Nothing special. The finish was just a usual finish, and that WWE just constantly always does. So it's nothing simple. I think having the neutral gender match like with Rhea Ripley versus Tozawa, I knew Tozawa wasn't gonna hit Rhea Ripley in the match. Obviously, they're not gonna hit a girl no matter what. You know Tozawa only did a couple moves. Ripley just beat the shit. It was entertaining. Um, so it was nothing special, just a little entertaining.
Yeah, I would dive right into that match, and I was surprised though. I thought it was gonna be shorter than it was. I thought it was gonna be like a 30-second situation, but I was surprised that they made it be like 4 minutes. I think it was like 4 minutes. Pretty much, yeah, you're right. Like she pretty much destroyed him. Profits take out Judgment Day, but Rhea runs into the post, and that looked like it hurt pretty bad. But she nails a riptide to Tozawa and gets a 3 count. Like you said, like just entertainment value. Really, nothing happened afterwards. They just walk off. So we'll move on. It's good to see Tozawa. I guess. I guess that's the only sort of like silver lining thing to say here is getting to see Akira Tozawa more in the ring.
It's weird, but whatever.
I mean, listen, his flying senton's pretty sick.
No, I know, and he's not a bad worker either. It's just, we just don't see him a lot, and it's just, a little different. Because he's not, I don't even think he's personally even a mid-card level type of talent. So I'm just kind of curious. I'm just curious on why. I want to know, like, is there a point? Is he going to get build up? Is this going to build him up for something in the future that we don't know about? Like, what the fuck does he have to do with any of this? You know what I mean? That's just my personal thought about it. I don't know what he has to do with a feud between Judgment Day and the Street Profits.
Remember when he was in the like inside the like the karate costume at one point, like that wasn't good. That was not good. It wasn't karate. Was it karate? Like what was it?
It was like a ninja costume.
Like a ninja, yeah.
It was no good.
It made him Christian. I gotta tell you something. You give the best expressions, my friend. You have a very good.
I just tell how it is, man.
You're like your face tells it all, my friend. I really appreciate it. I really do.
Hell yeah! I tell how it is, man. If I don't like something, I'm gonna say I don't like the fucking show.
I appreciate your fucking facial reaction to it. Sick, awesome, cool. All right, so moving on. Adam Pearce is backstage, and he basically says that Bobby Lashley will be back soon enough. Which, do we care about the storyline right now? I don't. Hello, how about you?
Don't.
If you
don't. Sorry, I thought you were gonna keip going.
I was doing a dramatic pause for you, Christian.
No, I don't care. We're gonna see Bobby Lashley, come. I maybe we'll see MVP do something again with Bobby Lashley, and I think that's what the fans want to see, the Hurt Business back together. So we'll see.
The Hurt Business, right?
The Hurt Business. Why did I say the Hurt Business? Fuck.
You're thinking of the Hart Dynasty, which
the Hurt
100% respect.
The Hurt Business.
Oh yes, because we saw him. Good point. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what? Fist bump. Well, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you a high five. Cool. Because I fucking forgot about MVP. Yes, he was back, and that was weird the way he sort of like made a little face after that.
Right.
But Christian, though, I gotta ask you though, honestly, here's my only problem with Triple H, right? And I really like him or whoever's doing creative at this point. I feel like, how come, like, why would you keep flip flopping? If somebody fucked me over, I'm not gonna join them again. Like, dude, MVP,
what are you talking about?
MVP fucked up Bobby Lashley, turned on him and joined with Omos earlier this year. So if they do the Hurt Business again, why the fuck would Bobby Lashley want to work with MVP? You turned on him.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I completely agree. Like, I don't disagree with that.
So my point is, like, Triple H, like, you better find a fucking good reason, because I don't see why Bobby Lashley would want to work with someone who pretty much tried to like end his career in the storyline. I don't know.
I agree. I don't think
even with Sammy and Kevin Owens, like, not to be like I know.
Yeah, but they've done it to each other so many times where it's like, at this point it's just like whatever. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Brock Lesnar versus Roman. It's like at this point it's like whatever. They've done it so many fucking times.
I get it. I just feel like they fucked up and fumbled every time. They, like, if they were gonna do the storyline, they should have kind of done it this way, where it was like, you're my real friend outside of this shit, like they're doing now. Like, we have, but anyways, let's move on. We then see Dolph Ziggler and Cedric Alexander are hurt backstage, and Dolph says that the Bloodline did it. So again, like, Bloodline just destroying everybody. I guess this is cool, but like, the Bloodline's bad, don't get me wrong, like, meaning like they're a cool like group, but like they're not like the type of group that's gonna like attack you with like, like fucking bats or beat you up, but like that's never been their MO. You know, it's like I feel like they're trying to turn him into
Well,
almost
that's
like
what makes him more badass. That they don't do that though. That's really what makes them badass. They don't need to do all that. It makes them a little cheap that, when they do have singles matches, they like to interfere and, they like to do sometimes they'll, but they don't use, no, they don't use weapons like that. That's kind of what makes the Bloodline badass.
but I like that. But what I'm saying is like I don't understand why like they're doing this takeover. Like what are they like I get like maybe because they can, but like why like what's the purpose? They could have done this before. Like why are they doing this now? Did they
Right.
explain that or they just had them
No.
show up and
Yeah.
attack everybody? Like I don't
Um.
get it. It's not like the
Yeah.
rosters talk shit about them. I get they want to prove their dominance heading into the the show, but like that's 2 weeks away at this point in this taping of the episode of Raw. But anyways, let's move on. Just the bloodline is attacking everybody pretty much. So you and I at this point, Christian, I started watching this with you, like you were on when I was watching, like you were watching me watch this at this point. The OC with Mia Yim and AJ Styles, and I was really taken aback by Mia Yim, man. I I was like, damn, she's bad. Cause she
She's
came out,
she's good looking, man.
dude. She came out though, like she just a bad bitch.
Hell yeah.
So the OC with Mia Yim and AJ Styles versus the Alpha Academy here. Chad Gable nails a dragon screw leg sweep. Um, Omos nails a slam to Luke Gallows, and Alpha land a combo dive and get a 2 count. The end comes after the OC nails a magic killer to Chad Gable, and they get a 3. After the match, the Bloodline comes out and attacks the OC, and the Usos nail a 1D to Luke Gallows. What did you think of the match?
I say this. I say this every single week. Chad Gable puts great matches and always ends up losing.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
that dragon screw leg sweep was
I
impressive.
don't understand. I don't
He's the bomb.
understand.
He
He is
literally
so good.
his
I
moonsault
don't
is Kurt Angle,
I
man.
don't get it. I see it. I don't understand. Why do I see something in Chad Gable and nothing, no one else? Like, what the fuck? Um, it was just a solid tag team match. With an actual clean fucking finish.
Why don't
Um,
they do like? Go
and I
ahead.
think I think these matches are better because of Chad Gable, if I'm being fucking quite honest. Um, this, there's no storyline in this match. It's just, a match. I think we're gonna see something with the OC and the maybe potentially OC and the bloodline here in the future. But man, I want to see them book Chad Gable a little bit better.
Dude, Chad Gable for United States champion or Intercontinental champion. I literally can, I know it's a little
Give him a
hard right
tag
now.
team run or
Yeah, I
something at
get that.
least.
But like, dude, he's fucking listen, if they book
No,
him
I
right,
agree.
that
Yes,
whole shoosh like Kurt Angle was annoying as fuck, man. He could be this generation's annoying angle if they let him do it.
and I hope they do.
So, okay, the bloodline get on the microphone now that, everything's happened. Security tries to come out, officials try to come out to get them out of the ring. Sammy says, these people have no problem with what we're doing. What you've seen is a small example of what is going to happen to Kevin Owens and John Cena on SmackDown. AJ Styles comes out and he attacks the bloodline. They get separated by security. And then we see Adam Pearce telling AJ that he has a match against Sami Zayn later on. So again, I guess this is just a small sample. They just want to show everybody what they're going to do to Cena and Owens. But what do you think here?
Um, Another entertaining storyline. Um, I I feel like they're just doing random. I feel like the bloodline. I'm not really too interested so far. I know we still haven't had the Royal Rumble yet. Um, and we have a banger SmackDown with coming up with the bloodline this Friday night. But my thing is with the bloodline is I kind of feel like this build up to whatever they're trying to set up at WrestleMania, which is what I think this is the whole build up's going to be for. I'm just not interested in it right now. We just see the Bloodline doing little bit of, you know, here like beating up the entire Raw locker room, like doing a little talked about his dogs, like doing just a little bit of shit that just doesn't make sense to build up. Like I get it. They're trying to make Sami Zayn feel. The point of this is for them to make Sami Zayn feel a member of the bloodline, but as long as possible. But it's it's just like we know what's gonna happen. They
Mhm.
haven't been good at, keeping rumors or secrets recently. So it's just hard to like get interested with this right now. I hope after the Rumble, I hope they once they announce like, KO versus Roman at the Rumble or Usos, whatever they're gonna do with that at the Rumble. I feel like that it's when it's this whole thing is really gonna start picking up because I feel like this is just the beginning of the storyline. I
Well,
know I know War Games was the official beginning, but I feel like now that I feel like the Raw after War Games was that like when Sami Zayn when KO came out and confronted Sami Zayn, I feel like that was the beginning of whatever it is they are trying to build up in the future with this storyline.
I will say what I don't like though is I have a feeling that like after Mania, the whole bloodline thing's gonna end. And I feel like
Exactly, I have a feeling about
it's
that too.
stupid. You've built them up for almost like what 3 years, and then they're just gonna dissolve because Roman loses the match. Like that's why it's hard when you build a group so big around one person. So I think that um I don't know, man. I don't want to see the bloodline end. I know it's going to eventually. They're gonna go. Listen, the bloodline's gonna be in the Hall of Fame just because I mean,
Oh hell yeah! Do you think they'll
eh,
add Sammy in the Hall of Fame?
oh yeah, but I'm talking about like as a group. Like I think the member like Usos are gonna be in the Hall of Fame as
Oh wow!
I think so, dude.
Slow your
Dude, the
roll, slow your
fucking
roll,
bloodline.
slow your fucking roll.
They put the Rock
Slow your
Everest
roll.
Express in
Hell
the
no.
Hall of
Roman
Fame.
Reigns is going to the Hall of Fame by himself.
No,
I
he
love you, brother,
is.
but
Listen,
no.
he is. But look at Ric Flair. He went in 3 times. He went alone. He went the Four Horsemen. He went.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
I'm saying the
Okay.
Usos are going to go as a team alone. Roman's going to go alone. Sammy's going to go alone. Solo probably. I don't know yet. We'll see. But like as a group as well. The
Okay.
stuff they've done for 3 years. I mean,
I agree.
that
I
they're
thought you meant
everywhere.
because okay, I thought you meant we do see, two-time Hall of Famers, three-time Hall of
Yeah, that's what I
Famers.
mean.
But and I think they will do that with them. I thought you meant like if he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, he should only be in the Hall of Fame because of the bloodline. Hell no.
No, no, no.
Roman without the bloodline was just as good.
Yes, but the thing is, I will say they didn't. The fans didn't appreciate him until now because I was always a Roman fan. Like even when the
Fans didn't
fans hated
appreciate
him.
him. No, 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 no. It sucks to say this. When Roman announced he had leukemia,
Yeah,
that is when the fucking
yeah,
fans
yeah.
started appreciating him.
And I used to get pissed because I would get shit on because I would like the. I went to the SmackDown after the Rumble that he won, and thankfully, because we were supposed to go to Raw, but there was a snowstorm, so they gave us tickets to the SmackDown instead. So we went to the SmackDown. It was shitty, but like they were, but if you were chanting for Roman or anything, you were in trouble. Uh,
Right.
which I think
I've
is
been a Roman fan since he debuted and never switched up on him.
pretty glad. I will say that the wrestling community, in terms of like fans lately, they haven't been antagonistic with people. Back in the day, like I remember.
Wrestling community's hard.
It's bad. I was going against Daniel Bryan back in the day, and I was going like no, and people like they were going. God, it became ugly. Like I'm glad
Wrestling community's toxic as fuck.
it's bad.
Most toxic community there is the pro wrestling community, man. It's
Well,
just a community we live in.
as a
And we're
community,
a part of it.
we are, but we're not toxic. We're good.
We're good, but
We're you know
you
I mean.
know, we're the good people in the pro wrestling community. It's just the other people that fuck it up.
I think the problem is people, and I listen. I'm all into it too. Like I love my wrestlers. I love like Daniel Bryan's not going to give a fuck if Anthony Consiglio is booing him. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to
Uh-huh.
stand up for him. Like he's got it. He's fine. Like I'm pretty sure he doesn't give two flying fucks what I think. It's just a fun thing to do when you're in the crowd, you know? And I feel like people take it too personal. And it's like, dude, fucking back up and relax the fucking show. I wouldn't go up to him and boo him. I'd say, oh, thank you for your fucking work that you do in the ring, you know, but your character I didn't like. But it's not like I don't like you. I just don't like your character right now, you know? But all right. We're going to take our first break of the night. When we come back, we have a special interview with the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair and Twisted Alexa Bliss. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. And welcome back to the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Say that 10 times fast. I'm Ant, your
Still Christian.
And I'm still your WWE pay-per-view champ. Hello.
Not for long.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So speaking of things, you know, not lasting for long, Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair's friendship seems to be over. Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss are in a backstage interview segment, and Bianca basically says, Alexa, I don't trust you. And Alexa says, you know, I can't explain what's going on. Bray Wyatt abducted me and turned me into a dark side of myself, but Bray abandoned me and left me alone. I have everything to gain, especially the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca says, I know what you and Bray are capable of. And Alexa says, he's not a threat to you, and I am. I've been winning titles before you even showed up here. And then she says that, and we see Bray Wyatt's logo on TV, and Bianca gets up to leave. And as she turns around, Alexa Bliss smashes a glass vase over Bianca's head, and the camera pans back, and we see the Lily doll behind the couch. So Alexa Bliss turning heel. I mean, you know, I hate to say turning heel, but I guess in the eyes of that Bianca's a baby face. When we were watching it, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but when we were watching it, you were saying that this whole promo didn't make any sense with Bliss, right? So why don't you speak a little like on that? Because I know I kind of agree with you that there wasn't but speak on that when you're yeah.
What did I say?
Well, like when I was watching it back, I remember like she was talking and she was just explaining why, like they asked her to like Bianca's like I don't trust you, and she's like, well, Bray abducted me, and then he left.
Okay, yeah. No, I don't understand. They're on two different fucking shows. Has Bray Wyatt mentioned Alexa Bliss one time? So
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on then? What the fuck is what's going on? Bray Wyatt has not mentioned Alexa Bliss in anything since he's been back. Not even a hint. He's been doing all this LA Knight shit. I don't know what the fuck. What does Bray Wyatt have to do with Alexa Bliss going for a Raw Women's title? I don't. This better be worth it excuse me. This better be worth it at the end because this is stupid.
Do you think Bliss could win the title?
No, absolutely not. No.
You don't think it could be like a surprise win and she loses it like 2 weeks later?
If she loses it, Bianca's just gonna take it right back.
But that's what I mean.
No, I don't think it's gonna happen.
So why do you think they're gonna do like? Where do you think they're? I guess what I'm gonna ask you is so we know if you don't think she's gonna win, right?
They will set up. They're going to set up something. Maybe she went. No, there's no way. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that Alexa Bliss was going to win the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania and have a WrestleMania match. Her defending a title. I highly doubt it. It's gonna be Bianca Belair versus the winner of the Rumble. I don't know, man. What's next?
Or it could be Ronda versus the winner of the Rumble.
True. But I don't know what's next for Alexa Bliss after this. Honestly, if I would have to guess what's next for Alexa Bliss after this, it's her and Bray Wyatt. I don't know. I'm not interested. Don't give two fucking shits about it.
I kind of am. Like because I've always been a Bliss fan, no matter what it is that she's doing. I know it's like kind of strange, this whole gimmick, but I do agree with you. Like, it doesn't make sense that Bray's not mentioning her at all. But again, my theory, this may not be a Bray Wyatt thing. Just because we see that symbol, I know we see it when Bray comes out, but like, I know they're mentioning him. But again, Uncle Howdy doesn't necessarily need to be Bray. Maybe she's working with Howdy. Like that's we don't necessarily know that that logo is Bray Wyatt. Like we know he comes out when that happens, but who's to say that this group isn't? I don't know. I don't know. She's mad. She's like, he abducted me, put me in a dark place. Maybe this group is like trying to like get in her mind to go against him. I don't know. I just think I agree with you. I think it is silly if they're gonna put Bray with her after he hasn't said two words about her at all. But let's move on. They're gonna fight next week on Raw, right? Alexa and Bianca, or is that gonna happen in a later date? You're on mute, my friend.
I apologize.
Hello.
I don't know why my I don't know why my headset does that. But what'd you ask me?
Um, are they fighting for the title next week on Raw, or is
They
it
will be
2 weeks?
fighting in 2 weeks on January 2nd on the
Oh,
very first Raw of Monday night. On the very first Raw of 2023 show will defend the Raw Women's title against
gotcha.
Bianca.
So Tyler will be there for that match. That's awesome. Okay, great. All right, so let's move on. We now have the ladder match for the money, I guess you could say. Dexter Loomis with Johnny Gargano taking on the Miz. And just some notes on the match. Miz nails a baseball slide with the ladder into Dexter Loomis's face. Dexter uses the ladder to superplex Miz off the top rope. Loomis drop kicks the ladder into the Miz's balls, which is, kind of fun. Men fall off the ladder. Um, Miz squashes Dexter Loomis with the ladder, and Miz attacks Johnny Gargano on the outside of the ring. Um, Loomis nails a rock bottom on top of like the announcer's table, like cover. Loomis nails a flying leg drop off the ladder, but the Miz moves and Loomis goes through the announce table. And then eventually Loomis climbs. I think like he doesn't climb, but he's like standing there. Bronson Reed comes out from behind. He sends Loomis into the ladder, nails a flying tsunami to Loomis, which looked fucking brutal. And then Reed helps Miz get up, and Miz climbs the ladder and gets the money. But more importantly, reintroduces the WWE Universe to Bronson Reed. So, what did you think of this, sir?
It was an okay match. We're finally getting a match between these two after all the bullshit they've done over the fast holy shit, over the bullshit they've done for the last couple of weeks. Um, it was I'm so surprised to see Bronson Reed back. I know he's a Triple H guy, so not surprised he's back. Just don't know what he's gonna do on the main roster. Not too and wasn't too interested in his NXT days. So
Yeah.
we'll see where he goes with that. Miz the heel taking the win. Good. Um, I support. It's it wasn't interesting. It just wasn't, you know, a good ladder type of match, and it was way too fucking long, way too long.
Yeah, because Loomis is so fucking slow.
So they could have done this. I don't. They could have done this match without it being a ladder match, in my opinion.
100%. I agree. I agree. I think they're just trying to get more people. Ooh, a ladder match.
Yeah.
Next we have Sami Zayn taking on the phenomenal AJ Styles. AJ nails a diving forearm to the outside onto Sammy. AJ then nails a somersault slam to Sammy outside. Sammy's able to nail a brainbuster and gets a 2 count. AJ hits a Pele kick. Sammy nails an exploder suplex into the ring post. And Solo Sikoa shows up and nails a Samoan spike to AJ. And Sammy nails a Blue Thunder Bomb and gets the win. So again, Sami Zayn looking great. Solo helping out Sammy. Bloodline looks unstoppable. What do you think?
Um, fucking great match between two of the best talents in the fucking entire WWE. You know, it was just a good match. Really good two technical wrestlers. Um, we're seeing a lot of singles matches with Sami Zayn. Um, excuse me, which we haven't really seen too much since he's been with the Bloodline, to be honest. So it's good that we're seeing Sami get singles matches. Finish with another interference by Solo. We've seen that before. Shows that Solo does like Sami Zayn. Um, and it's just getting Sami Zayn getting a big momentum before he goes against John Cena and teams up with the Tribal Chief.
Yeah. All right. So, I'm sorry. I just lost my train of thought here, folks. Okay, so Seth Rollins comes out to the ring, and Seth says, "I have a message for the tribal chief. Monday nights belong to me." And that's when Austin Theory comes out, and Austin says, "The champ is here, and you're gonna pass the torch to me, or I'm gonna take it from your cold fingers." Seth says, "You are not on my level." There he goes on to say, "I see right through you. You always fumble the ball." He says, "Seth, you're the third most successful member of the Shield." Seth says, "On the mountaintop, I am Everest, man. The man makes a title." And he basically challenges Austin Theory to a match tonight. But Theory leaves, and the Usos attack Seth Rollins until Kevin Owens comes out and makes the save. So, okay, what do you think? Is Rollins the third most successful member of the Shield?
No, I think he was the second. Look, you're gonna ask me this question. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I know a lot of people might disagree with me. I think the third best member of the Shield truly is John Moxley. You gotta, this is a guy who hasn't been loyal to any wrestling company, if I'm being fucking honest. This is a guy who can't have a fucking real wrestling match. It has to be some hardcore bullshit with him always fucking bleeding. It always has to be some type of death hardcore match. No one wants to fucking see that bullshit lazy booking. That's all John Moxley knows how to fucking do. You can never have a good traditional wrestling match. His promos are always fucking bullshit. He says the same bullshit every single time he fucking gets on the mic. Uh, Look, I loved Dean Ambrose. I like Dean Ambrose. John Moxley fucking sucks. I don't. He's a why we see Rollins and Roman. Roman is the face of WWE right now.
Yeah.
He's out of the picture. He's number one. We know that. Let's talk about Seth Rollins. This is a guy who's had numerous singles matches at WrestleMania. This is a guy who's won numerous of championships with WWE. Ambrose is, I believe only won the world title 2 times and a United States title and an Intercontinental title. And Seth Rollins is a Triple Crown champion. He's won every single title in WWE more than once. And he, he fought Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. He fought Randy Orton at WrestleMania. I mean, he was the first person to cash in the Money in the Bank contract against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. I don't see how you could ever call Seth Rollins the third best member of the Shield. I think I think it's John Moxley.
I agree with you. I think fucking like 100%. Like John Moxley has done like a lot in the sense of he's gone to Japan, he's done this, he's done that. So like he is successful himself. But I think if you're going to talk about wrestling this year, every match that's been on a pay-per-view, Seth Rollins has been on. Maybe it was either the best match of the night or second best, in my opinion. And I base my thought on success in wrestling on the actual wrestling. So I don't agree with him. I think Seth Rollins is Mount Everest, and I think a lot of people want to try to be like him and accomplish that. So very fun. So let's move on to our next match. We have Becky Lynch, the man, taking on Bayley with the women's tag team champions. Damage control by her side. Becky nails a big boot and a diving arm off the apron. Lynch lands a Bexploder and a flying leg drop, which gets a 2 count. Becky nails a back suplex and again gets a 2. Becky nails a sliding clothesline and an inverted DDT, and again she gets a 2 count as well. Bayley nails a Bayley to belly and gets a 2. Becky nails a modified angle slam and a very cool diamond dust, which I had never seen before. Maybe she did do it before, but it was fucking awesome. She gets a 2 count. Damage control are eventually kicked out after they kind of get involved, but the end comes after Bayley nails Becky Lynch in the back with a TV monitor and nails the rose plant and gets the victory. I think it's good that Bayley's getting a win. However, they should have at least given her 1 win over Bianca. But what did you think of the match? Obviously, I don't think this is gonna be over between Becky and Bayley, but what did you think?
You know, it sucks that the crowd wasn't into this match because I thought it was a match between two of the best female wrestlers in, I don't want to say WWE, I want to say in professional wrestling today. It was a cheap win for Bayley, as we can expect from a heel like her. Um, you know, she controls the match a little bit better than Becky Lynch did in this match. I would like to see him go another match down the road, without anybody at ringside. Um, maybe if Becky Lynch maybe gets the win, but I would like to see Bayley get the win, um, with nobody at ringside. But I hope they do this match later down the road. Good, better than
I
this
agree.
bullshit. This was trash. This was like mediocre to watch.
Yeah, I don't understand why they like I don't get why they don't just have them fight at the Rumble. I feel like they're the two of the top women, and I feel like I know Raw is special enough too, whatever. But I agree with you. They could have done a different ending, maybe it would have been a bit better. But just the way Becky was moving earlier on in the match with her, like they were calling it, like the European style, I guess. That was cool as fuck to see. But I'm excited to see more of them. I agree. The crowd was a little too silent for me on this one. I'm a big Becky Lynch and Bayley fan, so those fuckers are just haters.
Air haters.
So Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins are backstage talking, and Seth's like, "Why did we stop teaming up to begin with?" And Kevin's like, "Don't you remember you try to take my WrestleMania spot?" And it's kind of funny to see, but they basically say they're going to take out the bloodline. Uh, so here we are, Christian, our main event: the undisputed tag team champions, the Usos, taking on Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. Just some notes here: all 4 men brawl to start the match. Rollins nails a backbreaker to Jay and gets a 2 count. Seth hits a double cross body, and Kevin nails a frog splash and gets a 2. Jimmy super kicks Seth outside. Solo Sikoa comes out, but the OC attacks and defends their man, who is Kevin. Well, their men, Kevin and Seth. However, Jay dives onto them, as does Seth Rollins. Seth stomps on Jay Uso outside. However, Austin Theory nails Seth Rollins with the United States Championship outside the ring. And Kevin's actually able to get the win after a pop-up powerbomb to Jimmy Uso, and he gets a 3. After the match is when things get interesting. Sami Zayn gets into the ring, and Kevin Owens to take off his wrestling tape, and Sami just looks at Kevin and leaves. So let's talk about the match. What do you think of the match? And what do you think of what are they doing here? Sami and Kevin, what does this mean? They just looked at each other. What do you think?
Well, I thought the match was good. I feel like they gave Kevin Owens this match to get him, the momentum going. Um, he has a big match with John Cena coming up against Roman and Sami, and we saw Sami Zayn get the win earlier tonight. So I think, Usos losing in a non-title match, that's kind of huge, considering they don't really lose too much. Kevin Owens is likely to challenge, Reigns at the Rumble, or vice versa. So again, like I said this before, we're going to see Kevin Owens in these type of matches, including members of the Bloodline. Um, Rollins, I'm happy to see Kevin and Owens and Rollins team up again. Um, two of the best fucking workers in the business. And I think all these guys, including the match, are the best workers in the business. So I thought this was a great main event. They could have built it up a little bit better in the beginning of the show, but I'm happy with the way it was, and genuinely looking forward to the SmackDown match with Cena.
I agree. I'm looking forward to it too. I'm excited about all of that. So, um, listen, I feel like this show is just sort of like a show to kind of just bring us up to speed with everything going on with stuff. Not a lot of crazy stuff happened tonight. We did see Bronson Reed come back, but other than that, it was just the Bloodline storyline the whole night.
Right.
What do you think? What do you give the show an MVP?
MVP, I'm going to give the show I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It was just average. MVP of the night for me. I'm going to say Kevin Owens.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
say Kevin
That was the
Owens.
bomb. My Canadian cousin, Kevin Owens, is the fucking
I'll
bomb.
say Kevin Owens.
100.
I don't like him too much. I'm not a huge fan, but I'll give it to him tonight.
Okay, respect. I will say Becky Lynch because she did some really cool moves tonight. She fucking, killed it. And I fucking love Becky Lynch, so why not? Um, but yeah, so we're almost at the end of the year. We have our big New Year's Eve special coming up soon. I'm excited for that. That'll be dropping on New Year's Eve. We're gonna be counting down the best moments and matches of 2022. Scary for that. We also have our Friday Night SmackDown special holiday edition episode, which will be dropping soon. All Elite Wrestling Dynamite. That's my man Christian's gonna be covering that. That'll be dropping soon. And yeah, just a lot of shit coming your way, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. That's very fun. You leave a comment, let us know what your thoughts are. Make sure you subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you stream them. Just check out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. And Christian, thank you, sir, again for joining me
Thank you,
tonight.
sir, again for having me.
Of course, my man. We're gonna have a good night. Now at this point, it's like almost midnight, and that's the bomb. As you can tell, Christian, the lights are off. So
I'm not tired. It's just I turn the lights off at night.
he likes to turn the lights off, man. Like he does. You do. You said that.
Only
That's
at
right.
night.
Better with the lights off. Okay. Have a good night, y'all. Be safe, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.